If AI is going to take over the world, I am at least going to get a vacation out of it. I keep reading all these headlines about how AI is going to transform my productivity, and I can kind of see why. It seems super powerful, but every time I load up ChatGPT, I have a great time getting it to summarize Game of Thrones in rhyming couplets. What I don't get it to do is actually help me with my actual work. Every task on my to-do list just seems too complicated, too important, or too human to trust a computer with. But today I have gathered up all of the AI tools that I can muster, and I am going to try to automate my work end to end. A robot can't do that. So it's 10 a.m. and first up, I am going to tackle my inbox. I always try to get to inbox 0 every single day, which means handling the things that piled up overnight and all the things from yesterday and all the things I forgot to respond to from the previous days this week when I was supposed to be getting to inbox 0. We're gonna handle all of that right now. And we're gonna do it with a tool called Grammarly. Grammarly is like spell check on steroids. You install it on your computer or in your browser and it will check your spelling, syntax, readability. It will even write entire emails for you and rewrite your emails for the type of tone that you are trying to go for. So you can sound more professional or more friendly depending on what your need is. This makes it the perfect tool for achieving inbox 0. So I'm gonna show you how it works. So obviously a lot of this is blurred because it is my work email and it's private information, but we can still get a good look at Grammarly and how I'm using this automation to help my day progress. So if I reply to this email, I'm saying, hi, thanks so much for the email and for meeting with me last week. We're good to go on everything we talked about. I'm looking forward to creating the webpage of your dreams. So what if I want this to look a little bit different? I can click on this little thing that pops up when I highlight my text, this little pencil with the characteristic AI sparkles, and I can click improve my writing. And now the Grammarly panel will assess what I've done and suggest a few things. It can make me sound more professional, it can shorten it. It's already a pretty short email, so I'm gonna click more ideas. I do sound pretty friendly in this, but I kind of wanna sound a little bit more confident maybe. So I'm gonna click sound confident. Thank you for your email and our meeting last week. I'm thrilled to inform you we are all set with everything we discussed. I'm confident that I'll be able to create the webpage of your dreams. Looking forward to getting started. I like that a lot. Let's go ahead and insert, and then I can take its suggestions. It suggests names, so I'm gonna go ahead and write the recipient's name because that's what it suggested. And then I think this looks pretty good and feels like it's in my voice. So I'm gonna go ahead and click send. Okay, now let's do it again. This is a person emailing me asking for a job, and I get so many emails like this every single day because I work in education, and so students are always like, give me a job, and I simply cannot. I don't have the jobs. So I need to write a response email that says very nicely, but very firmly that I am not gonna be able to help this person. So I'm gonna go ahead and sketch that out right now. So let's go ahead and try to make it sound more professional. Dear VD, we regret to inform you that there are currently no available positions within our organization. However, we will keep you informed should any opportunities arise in the future. In the interim, we advise you to regularly review our public job postings on the career page of our website for our most up-to-date information concerning job vacancies. I kind of just feel like this is like a little bit too wordy for me. I feel like sometimes Grammarly does get this way where you type a perfectly ordinary email in and then you make it sound professional and it just adds words above an 8th grade reading level. So I don't think this one is for me. I'm gonna go ahead and exit out of this and just keep the email that I have, but I am gonna see Grammarly has suggested that I correct my spelling here, so I'm gonna go ahead and correct my spelling in that word, and then I'm just gonna call this good and send it as is. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm gonna go do a chunk of meetings, which is fine, and I will be back with you in a second. Okay, it's almost noon, and before I go to lunch, I wanna round out my morning by following up on all the meetings I just had via email. I usually create new follow-up emails every single time I need to send one, even though I'm always basically saying the same thing. So instead, I'm gonna give it a shot with Magical AI. Magical AI is an automation tool that will basically write emails for you through templates and automation. So I'm gonna show you how it works. Magical AI is a Chrome extension. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go into the extension. You can see that I have it pinned here on my little pinned extension but I'm just gonna click on it to pull up my Magical workspace. And there's already some templates in here that Magical just gives you because it recognizes what work you do and will offer templates up. But I need to create a specific one for follow-up. So I'm gonna go ahead and click create. So the first thing that you wanna do when you create a template is create a trigger, which is basically the like short code that you type in on your keyboard to pull up the template when you're in email. So I'm gonna go ahead and just create one that has a random punctuation mark, and I'm gonna say follow up, and that's gonna be my trigger. And then I wanna build the email. So I'm gonna say hi first name, and let's say, thank you so much for meeting with me. Here's a summary of the main points we discussed. And then I'll add bullets. It has rich text formatting in it, so that makes that super easy. And I want items here that I can just enter easily. So I'm gonna insert a placeholder, and I'm gonna say main point. And then I'm gonna label this main point 1. And then I always like to add action points at the end of my follow-up emails. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, next actions after this email are, and then I'm going to add, I'm gonna add another bulleted item. And we're gonna create a template for who should be doing the action and when it should be done by. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. And then I'm gonna end it with a salutation, and I'm gonna click save. And so now this template I can pull up from anywhere when I am checking my emails or writing out my emails. So I'm gonna go back to my inbox, and I need to send a follow-up email for a meeting that I did this morning about building a web page. That's what I do for work a lot of the time. So I'm gonna type in the person's name, add a subject,
follow-up 729.
And then I'm going to use Magical's shortcut, which is //, then it will pull up all the templates. Or I could just type in the shortcut that I had before, and it will automatically pull up my email template in a way that I can just add exactly what I need to add into these predetermined fields. So hi first name, I'm gonna say hi Tim. Here's a summary of the main points we discussed. So I'm just gonna add some main points, and then I'm gonna add the action points that are needed. So in this case, name 1 is gonna be just me. So I'm just gonna write, I will create an outline by Friday next week. And that's basically what we talked about. I only had the 2 action points for this one, but if I had more action points, I could always come in here and add just another line manually in the template, because as you can see, it just puts it perfectly in line with the email. So you can just add and manipulate after you have put it in. But in this case, I don't have anything else to add. This is perfect. I'm gonna go ahead and click send. Okay, it's lunchtime. I've got my handy little takeout here. And to be honest, I don't think I'm going to be automating my full routine anytime soon, but the tools I've used so far are definitely helping me automate my inbox, which is where I spend most of my time anyway. So a win is a win. Okay, so next my boss asked me to get together some information for the email campaigns that we have been sending out over the past month. Email campaign management is a huge part of what I do every single day, and I have all this data about it, but it's all absolutely scattered across MailChimp, our email campaign manager. So I am going to use Magical to pull together a handy little spreadsheet that I can just send my boss, and I'm gonna do it in seconds. So I have MailChimp up in front of me. I'm gonna go to our campaigns page, and then I'm just gonna open all of the emails that I need opened in new tabs, or rather that I need scanned in new tabs. So now when I'm in a campaign in MailChimp, I want to be pulling basically all of the information that's on this page into a spreadsheet. And I'm gonna do that by opening the Magical panel on the sidebar over here. It just pops right out of a little widget that's attached to the sort of the side of the Google browser of Google Chrome. I'm gonna come up here where it has this little pencil icon, and I'm going to click and add the site info. So you can see it's automatically highlighting a bunch of things because I've already input this data. You basically select the information on the page that you want in your spreadsheet. So I've come in here and I've selected email URL. That's one of the columns that I want to be in my spreadsheet for data. I've selected the delivery date. I've selected what account we're sending it from, what the subject line was. So for example, if I wanted to select delivery date and time, I would just click on it and I would type in how I want it to be labeled. So I want it to be labeled delivery date and time. and then I would click save. And then that would appear over here in the sidebar. I can see what all of my custom site info labels are pulling from so that I can make sure it's all correct. And then I want to click continue to automation, and I will create add to a new spreadsheet. And then it is able to pull information not just from this tab, but from every tab I have open, because Magical recognizes that the data is the same across all these tabs. So it's able to pull from all of them and port them into a spreadsheet. Let's see how it does. There it is, boom. We have all of our information. And with a little bit of reorganizing, it is going to look truly perfect. And then I'm just gonna rename it to July email report. And I can go ahead and share that with my boss. Okay, so it's 3:30 and I've already wrapped up all of my priorities for the workday. So I'm going to do a little bit of work on my side hustle, which is YouTube. I need to come up with some fun and YouTube-friendly titles for 2 videos that I'm working on. And I always draw such a blank when it comes to titles because it's so dependent on things like SEO and trends and all of these kinds of things. So I'm gonna seek some help from a little AI known as Claude. I've been hearing a lot about this AI language model, and people say it has a better vocabulary than ChatGPT. So let's put that to the test. Okay, so I've never used this program before. I'm just gonna see how it goes. I'm on their entry screen. We're gonna type in, what is your name? Okay, so for my first prompt, I'm gonna tell it, I have a YouTube channel dedicated to productivity and planning in paper and digital environments. Please act as a subject matter expert in YouTube trends and productivity and planner content, and as an expert in SEO to help me come up with title ideas for a video focused around setting up a weekly planning routine. I'm actually gonna ask it to do, let's say 5 title ideas. Ooh, oh my God. It's giving me a lot of explanation, which is great. So it has 5 title suggestions, master your week, the ultimate guide to creating a foolproof planning routine. It's not bad. 5 steps to a powerful weekly planning system, boost productivity now. I do kind of like that. Transform your life, paper and digital. I like that it put my keywords in at least one of the title, which is great. One of the titles. Okay, I think these will work. I think these are pretty good ideas. And then as part of my ask to make it act like an expert, it does say these titles incorporate key elements using numbers and lists, strong action verbs, keywords related to planning and productivity, and emotional triggers, and parenthetical clarifications that improve CTR. I didn't even know. I've been doing YouTube for 2 years and I didn't even know that parenthetical citations improve click-through rate. That's crazy. I really actually do appreciate this tool. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and copy out its information and save it independently because I do need another video answer out of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and ask the same thing, but with a different video idea. I'm gonna say, thank you, Claude. Always say thank you to the robots. Okay, so I've just asked it, I need you to do the same thing with another video concept, time blocking with a calendar tool to get deep work done. And he says, certainly, I'd be happy to help you generate title ideas for this. And here are the title suggestions. Time blocking mastery, unlock deep work with your calendar app. That's kind of cool. Double your productivity, the ultimate time blocking method for deep focus. Okay, I'm seeing all of these, like the ones before had sort of different setups to it. Like this one has a colon and then a title, 5 steps, and then like this sort of like line break here. Some of them have the parenthetical, but in this new one, all of them have the same structure, which is like key phrase and then colon title. And I kind of want Claude to refine them a little bit further because these are all feeling very samey. And I just know that my producer is not gonna like 5 versions of the same title. So I am gonna ask Claude to do a little bit more on these. Okay, I'm saying, yes, please refine the titles further, incorporating different punctuation and style, and let's see what it gives me. Oh, okay, love this. Okay, this is great. Time blocking plus deep work equals productivity explosion, parentheses calendar hack. It really took my feedback for different punctuation and I love it, I'm into it. 25-5 method, time blocking for deep work. I don't even know what the 25-5 method is, but this is going to give me some good ideas for how I can add further content to this concept in the future, which is great. Okay, so I like these. I think I might take out this one, but I can always copy in one of the previous ones that it had. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy this out, save it independently, and instead of this one, I'm going to pull from one of the ones it has above here. I'm gonna say, I like maximizing your day. So I'm gonna pull that one instead. Maximize your day. Time blocking secrets for crushing deep work goals. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna organize this information and just send it basically straight up to my editor with these title suggestions and all of the very helpful reasoning that Claude provided so that my producer knows I actually did my work, or I used an AI to do my work. But hopefully he won't catch that. Okay, moment of truth. I sent these content ideas to my producer and he is finally typing back. Okay, as you can see right there, he's typing. Oh, it went away. There it is again. Moment of truth. Hey, these look amazing. Great work. Okay, I'm all done with my workday, and I think it's safe to say that AI did not automate 100% of my day, which is kind of a shame. I was looking forward to lying on a beach somewhere while a robot did my job. The cool part is though that the things that worked really worked, and I can definitely get behind completing a ton of my tasks with just one click. That was pretty awesome. If you want to check out Magical AI, go ahead and do that down in the description box below. They're the best no-build automation tool that you'll find out there, and they are completely free to try. And hit subscribe while you're down there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.